Hello, hello, hello. I was like, let me try something new. StreamYard has added a bunch of cool little features. I think they're trying to compete. But StreamYard, if you are listening to me right now, you need to add a feature where we can edit video right on the platform. And then you're really going to be killing the game. You're going to be dominating the game. So, I don't know if you guys are watching me on Instagram, if you can see me. I tried to go live on Instagram at the same time. Don't know if I'm there, but I'm going to get started. How are you? My name is Linda Ibelis, and I'm getting comfortable in my chair, honey, because we're about to talk. When I go live, I just can't go live for a couple of minutes. And so I titled this live stream, Evolve or You Will Struggle to Make Money. Okay, now I have built my business in the online space as a high ticket coach, as a business coach, as a business strategist. And for the longest time, people would come to me because they want to make more money. And I can tell you each and every time that a woman comes to me because she wants to make more money in her business, it was never that she needed to make more sales per se. It was that she wasn't charging enough money for the value of the service that she provides. There was that's number one. There was a study done. This was a couple of years ago. I think it was 2021 when I found these statistics and I made social media posts about them. Like the average, it was 2021 when I found this, but I think maybe it was done in 2018, where it said that the average net worth of a Black woman, was $5. I was like, what? So then I Googled and I went deeper, and it was like the average net worth of a Hispanic woman was not too much higher. It was like $7. And so on and so forth. So what I found is that it doesn't matter when a woman has a big degree, a lot of education, a lot of status at her job, a title. If she is a woman of color, for the most part, whether that's Hispanic, Black, brown, Asian, there is something that she carries from her childhood, cultural and religious, that pertains to her family, where she had to dumb it down and quiet herself and bring herself down. So it doesn't matter if she's an overachiever, if she drives an amazing car, if she looks fly, if she had 5 kids, but she got a badass tummy tuck and a badass plastic surgeon, and she drives a Tesla or whatever $150,000 car, if she wears whatever kind of shoes, if she has a particular type of handbag, if she's a top producer in her career, she still undercharges, because her pricing for her services, the percentage that she charges in commission from her deals, is still attached to what she believes she's worth and not the value of that service in the marketplace. Okay? Like there are other people in the marketplace doing the kind of same career that that person does, but she's choosing to charge less. That has nothing to do with like she doesn't know how to sell. That has everything to do with her self-worth, which is why you will never, and you have never heard me say, charge your worth, because the average woman has issues of self-worth. Yes, even when she's an overachiever, highly educated, and all those things that I mentioned. Because, oh my God, this is so powerful. When I first got divorced, I was going to therapy and I was explaining to the therapist ways of being, things that I endured in that marriage. And in that same sentence, I said something that many women say, but you know, I love him. I'm always going to love him. I'm always going to have love in my heart for him. And the therapist was like, you cannot possibly mean that. You cannot possibly mean that you love him, because anybody who does things to another human being like that person did to you, you don't feel love for that. If you say you love that, you don't love yourself. And when that therapist said that to me, it was very triggering, because I rolled up in there in a Chrysler 300 with a Hemi engine, limited edition. I rolled up in there with an expensive handbag. I rolled up in there with an expensive perfume. I rolled up in there looking like $1,000,000. How dare you tell me that I don't love myself? And so many women feel the same way. I love myself. Look at how I dress. I love myself. Look, but you don't, because your bank account and your business, the way that you're running your business, shows that you don't. It shows that you're scared of your voice. It shows that you're scared of what your parents think of you. It shows that you're scared of a whole lot of shit, and that you actually don't know how to charge the value of what the marketplace is demanding for the similar type of work that you do. So, where am I going with this? I titled this Evolve or You Will Struggle to Make Money. What I have found year after year after year that I've been doing this business, that I have been coaching strong, badass women to unleash their power, because a strong woman is not powerful. Okay, let me stop there before I keep going. I just looked at a video that I asked my clients to make in movement. That's the thing that I'm going to be talking about here soon. She's so awesome, and she's still reading a script. I could see her looking at the camera and looking above at something or someone or her notes or whatever, and then being very methodical about how she spoke. It sounded like she wanted to motivate you, and it sounded like she wanted to inspire you, and still not trusting her voice. That is why people who are less talented than you, people who know less than you, people who are still in diapers compared to you, this is why a 22-year-old coach is making 7 figures and not you, a woman in your 50s, a woman in your 40s, because that person knows how to make her audience feel something. She moves people when she shows up online. She's not reading from a script. She's trusting her voice. Her visuals are powerful. She's spending money on photo shoots that create a feeling and evoke an emotion in the person when they see it. And then when you pay her, it was all smoke and mirrors. And they're making a whole lot of money because they know that their value, their presence is valuable. They're not scared to charge you a whole lot of money for hot garbage. That aggravates the living everything out of me. To see women that are beasts at what they do, the best in the game. But nobody knows that. Your social media presence is not giving that. You don't even have a social media presence. And when you do show up, my clients, if they're watching, they know that I say these things and it's funny, but their social media presence is pictures like this, the motivational speaker post. If you're my client, you know I hate this post. Don't ever take a damn picture ever again with this. The motivational speaker post. And you're showing up with your 30-minute elevator speech, your 30-second. I help clients do XYZ without this thing so they can blank. Yo, are you serious? You pay this coach that told you that you were going to build a movement and you were going to make all this money. And then you go in there and they're teaching you about their how to pick your ideal client, psychographics and demographics. You don't need a fucking coach for that. Just go to ChatGPT and do that shit. You don't need a coach for that. You go pay a $30,000 program and the coach knows how to speak a whole lot of amazing words like seduction. And they even have a whole fucking training that's teaching you how to seduce your audience. It's no fucking training because they're not a teacher. They have been able to seduce their audience because they understand marketing. They understand a funnel. They understand that they threw thousands of dollars at Facebook ads to a funnel that was high converting. They didn't even build the funnel. They hired a company who specializes in creating theatrical, real movies. They created a movie for this funnel. The funnel kept you on there for 40 minutes watching a movie. Then your emotions were activated and you clicked, yes, I'm interested. And that was a whole company, a marketing company running the marketing for that coach who the funnel does seduce people, but they can't teach you how do you seduce people in your marketing? How can you do that? They can't teach you that because they never did it themselves. They had the fire, they had the thing, and they went to a company, they created a video, and that company, who's a marketing company, then tightened that funnel up to make it convert. And you became their client through that type of marketing. So you joined their program. I'm telling you, because I joined the program just like this. And you're back there and you're consuming these videos that are teaching you 12-part videos about seduction. And by the time you finish watching all the 12 videos about seduction, you don't know what the hell you just watched. A whole lot of talk about seduction and a whole lot of drawing on a fucking board and all these things that you really didn't understand. But it was cool to watch. And you're feeling like, I must not be getting something here because this clearly is a 12-module program that's supposed to teach me how to seduce my clients. Just because you had a result does not mean that you know how to duplicate it for people again. Okay? But what's really going on? Like I said at the beginning of this, you are amazing and no one knows because you're showing up bland. But that person who has a lot of words, who has a lot of jive and has a lot of, they show up powerfully, so they activate something in you. That person is getting a whole bunch of deals, is making a whole lot of money. But not you. You're awesome. You actually joined that program and you were like, this is hot garbage, because you are not showing up with your own identity of your celebrity identity. If you do not evolve your business, it is today, as of the recording of this video, it is July the 2nd, 2025. And I am telling you, if you do not evolve in your business, you will struggle to make money. And I know people in this industry, they're like, don't say the word struggle, Linda. That's going to attract people that are struggling. I promise you, I attract nobody that's struggling because my price is very high. You can't be struggling to work with me. And yet women who pay me have the money to pay me and they're still struggling with making money in their business in the online space. It's because you're showing up with this, I help my clients do XYZ in this amount of time so they can this without that. That is no longer going to fly. That really never flew. You don't really need to know conversion. You don't need to know any of that shit that people are telling you. You don't have to send any emails. You don't have to have a funnel. You don't got to have any of that. But when you speak, you should speak with certainty. Like, I don't have a script right now. I'm riffing because this is my passion. This is what I do. This is what I help my clients with. This is why they pay me. But what I have found is that they don't have this. So it doesn't matter what I teach them. They don't have certainty when they speak. They don't have passion when they speak. They're not disrupting their newsfeed with their movement. If you do not evolve into a woman worth watching, it doesn't matter how amazing you are at what you do. You will continue to just be another lawyer, another realtor, another whatever. I don't care what kind of lawyer. You'll be another divorce lawyer. You'll be another estate planning. You'll be another ambulance chaser. Right? But there are lawyers that I follow on Instagram. Like this particular Hispanic girl, I forget her Instagram username, but she like she's like, sue your baby daddy. That's her line. And she's constantly creating content. Her whole law firm is women. Then there's the other lawyer who does immigration law, and she's white, and her whole law firm wears pink. Her office is pink. She started her own law firm because she wanted to wear pink, and the firm that she was at kept telling her pink is not professional. You can't wear that to be here. She started a movement, right? Then there's the people that sell life insurance, and then there's the people that protect legacies. There's a business coach, and then there's a coach that sets people free financially and in their identity. And when people come in contact with you, they want that. They're like, I don't even know. I just found this person and like, I can't get enough of them. I can't stop watching them. They want that. If you do not evolve, if you want to continue saying, I help women do this, I help executive women do that, I help six-figure CEOs do this. If you want to continue to do that, leave Facebook and go to LinkedIn with that bullshit. Maybe it'll convert over there. That doesn't work on the other social media streets. If you're on Instagram and you're not creating videos, Instagram is not giving you any play. So if you do not evolve, you will struggle to make money. You must show up as a movement leader. You must own your lane. That's the easiest thing to do. You don't have to be anybody that you're not. You don't have to create a script. You don't have to be careful if the pastor is watching or your mom. You don't have to worry about attracting anyone. There are different triggers. There are 3 fame triggers that you can activate within your brand. You can activate all 3. Usually people do, but they run with a main one. But it doesn't matter. Your movement must disrupt what everybody is scrolling. So that's why all the new coaches that are young and they all have like the same look, the same little photo shoot. You're blending in to the algorithm, so it's not scroll stopping. And then your copy is not activating. But when you don't worry about turning into a copy of your coach, when you don't worry about sounding like everyone else, I was saying this to my clients today. Everybody's social media post says, you're not here to be palatable. That's the new trendy phrase that ChatGPT is giving everyone, because ChatGPT is just this global brain, this big algorithm. It's being fed by all the coaches that want to say the same shit. So it's spitting out to you what everybody else is saying. You can use ChatGPT and it should not think for you or replace your voice. So if you stop worrying about what can I write to attract people, what can I say to attract my tribe, and you instead just concern yourself with being yourself only, you don't have to worry about attracting anyone. The people that rock with you, they will stay rocking with you. And the people who don't want to rock with you, they'll still stay on and watch because you are addictive. You create an emotional obsession with your content that people cannot turn their face from. One of the things that I say that's very triggering, I grew up in church, in the Pentecostal church. My mom is still a Pentecostal. My mom still preaches. And I cannot stand fat, sick, broke Christians. What? The churches are full of Christians on insulin, diabetic. I need a prayer warriors to activate. My mom is in the hospital with a 520 sugar. Well, tell your mom to stop eating cakes. They don't need a miracle for that. I'm sure God is in heaven going like, why do you need a miracle for your throat? You have strep throat. Go get penicillin. Call me for miracles. But everybody is used to treating God like he's a magical genie. And the Bible is the lamp. And this is my iPad. Let's just act like it's a Bible. Rub the lamp 3 times, rub the Bible. And then Jesus pops out. Hey, what are you too lazy to do that you want a miracle from me for? That's how Christians treat Jesus. Why don't you pray to God, to the living God who sent his son to die for our sins? He actually, before he went to heaven, he said, I go to be with my Father and I leave with you the Holy Spirit. In my name, you'll be able to do bigger and greater things than I did. But y'all ain't doing that. The Bible says, tithe. Test me on this. In Malachi, the Bible says, test me on this and see if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour out such a blessing that there won't be enough room for you to receive it. Yet most Christians are broke with bad credit. Don't pay anybody on time. So I triggered the hell out of the holy rollers. How could she say she's a Christian and say all this stuff? That's why I'm real. So I trigger lots of people. My message is disruptive. A lot of people don't like me and they won't unfriend me. Those people are still giving you engagement. Your message must be disruptive, not in the polarizing way. Not right. It's got to disrupt. When you are a movement, you don't worry about being fake. If you're just yourself all the time, like I said, all the wrong people will get out of the way and the right people will stay. The cream will rise. When you are a movement, you're not scared. Rihanna was banned from countries for dressing how she dresses, for performing the way she performs. Cardi B lost contract deals because of who she is, and they're both super rich. Rihanna has a B in her bank account, billions. So when you're not scared to be yourself, some people are not going to like you. Some people are not going to pay you. So what? You can still be rich. When you understand marketing in this way, you will never go back to, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm a business coach. I help my clients make X amount of dollars in 90 days or less without Facebook ads so that they can go to sleep on time, or whatever the hell 30-second speech, elevator speech you got. That's not here. That doesn't work. That used to work in 2020. That worked in 2-step post worked really great in 2021. Actually, there's a way to use like a type of 2-step post today. That's not really a 2-step post, but it's a black and white post. The 2-step post used to convert really well when they had the purple background. Now the black and white background converts really well, kind of like in the same way the 2-step post was, but it's not really a 2-step post. Right? So what is it that you stand for? And what is it that you stand against? Your business must be a movement. There has to be a deeper reason why you are doing this for a living, other than I just want to make money, other than I just want to help my clients unleash their full potential. What does that really mean? I want my clients to have freedom of money, leave generational money, generational queens, like make money being exactly who they are. I do not work with people that just want me to help them market and set up their turbo funnel and teach them which questions to ask during pre-qualifying. You're going to get all that. But who are you? I can't teach you to be larger than life. If you don't already believe that you're a big deal, you are going to struggle to make money from now on, because it is not a lie that the way that people buy in this space has changed. People want trust. And I don't know where you're from, if you're watching me, because I can't tell who's watching me right now, but I'm Hispanic, and Black people know this, Puerto Rican people know this, most people know this. Real, recognize real. So when you're real, that's truth. And people resonate with truth. They're like, I know that is true, because like she's reading my mind. I also live that. We are in this trust era, which is why you see a whole lot of coaches, including myself, who have pivoted to selling things that they would have never sold before. Like, it was $17.77 to join Movement. I've never done anything at that price point before. Alter, the 3-day masterclass that led up to Movement, that was free. I've never, ever allowed anyone to come into my space for free. And I don't like it, so I won't do it again. I delivered Alter like it was a $10,000 investment for the people that showed up, because all my clients showed up. The people who had the opportunity to attend and they didn't, so what? People don't value what's free. And I don't give a damn if you had a full-time job and you couldn't attend. I had a full-time job when I built my business. I don't get that. I have a full-time job, I can't watch. Then I don't know what to tell you. This was free for the people that came. I don't do replays. Like, I have a standard. You can do your business the way that you want. I don't do replays. What do you need to do replays for? So you can lie to yourself and think that if you watch the replays 15 times, you're going to get a result? You're not. You need to hire me. The replay was an appetizer, right? You attended live so that you could convince yourself, damn, she's who she says she is. I can get these results. I don't do replays, right? You can also decide that you don't do replays. You can decide that you don't do anything for free. You can decide that. You don't have to turn into a mini version of me. You don't have to be polarizing in the way that I'm polarizing. You don't have to be disruptive the way that I'm disruptive. You don't have to talk like me. Really don't, because you're going to look like a fool, like a clown. I see it happen in every container that I'm in. People want to look like the coach. I'm not doing that. Something else that I see happen in other masterminds is people join and they water themselves down because the coach doesn't want you to shine that hard. Or you know that everyone else in the container doesn't think like you, doesn't vibe like you. So anytime you show up in that container, you water yourself down so that you don't trigger them. What? I promote, like in my mastermind, because I don't really run my thing like anybody else. I work with badass women. They get to unmute. They get to coach each other. My clients hire each other. I don't have like, you came to my pond to fish. You came here poaching for clients. Nobody poaches for clients in my containers. My containers are full of women who are like, yo, I like what she does. Let me talk to her. And then they hire each other. I love that. I don't put a lid on any woman's growth. There's too much money on this earth, and there's over 7 billion people on this earth. All of us can eat. It's not the Linda show when you come in my masterminds. It's the Linda show when you land on my Facebook page. It absolutely is. It's the Linda show if you land on my YouTube channel. It's the Linda show if you land on my Instagram page. It is never the Linda show once you start working with me. It's your show. My clients come and they learn how to provide transformational change to their own clients. They learn to do what I do. They learn psychology the way that I know it. You must be a movement. So I was saying, coaches have switched into having a lower end offer, but just because it's a lower ticket price doesn't mean that it's for a low value person. It is a lower ticket offer for your person that says yes at 20K, at 15K, at 30K, at 50K, at 120K, because they'd rather be like, let me give you $1,000. Let me give you $500. Let me give you $50. let me see what this is about. And when they come inside of that container, it is so fire. And they're like, hell yeah. Now I can really pay this person $15,000. Now I can really give this person $30,000. Now I can give this person $120,000, whatever it is that you charge, because you are that much of a badass, not because you can charge people that much. I also cannot stand that. When people come to me and they're like, but Linda, I'm really good. And someone else that I know is charging. Yeah, but you don't have the reps in. You need the reps in. I don't teach people to hurry up and go charge 10K because you can. That's why this industry is full of fucking clowns and full of scammers. Yes, there are many people who are selling garbage. And you're not one of those people. And I'm not one of those people. So if you want to stand out and you don't want to be overlooked, you must evolve. You must stop looking at yourself as, I am a coach, I'm a consultant, I'm a lawyer, I'm a realtor, I'm a doctor. You are a movement leader. What is your movement about? And that movement leader has a celebrity identity, has a fame identity. It's okay being famous. It's okay being popular, and shows up in that way. So if you have watched this thing, the whole thing through, and you like it, and you're like, let me know about movement, I'm going to tell you right now, movement is $2,000. It's supposed to be a month-long container, but I'm already feeling like it might not be a month long. It might be a little longer because I'm teaching this live, and I'm going to teach it until we're done. We're not talking about high ticket sales in here. We're not talking about client questions. We are turning you into a celebrity. We are turning you into a woman worth watching. That's what we're doing. If you want that, and that's where your money's at, you being watched with a cult-like following is what's going to get you paid. It's what has gotten me paid all of these years. So I love it. Next thing I want to say is that this will be the last live stream that I do here, because they get deleted in 30 days anyway. So I'm just going to continue to do my live streams on YouTube Live. I will send out, if you're on my email list, then I will send out, hey, catch the YouTube Live today at whatever time. But I just don't see the value of uploading videos to here that have to come off in 30 days when I can just live stream straight to YouTube and they stay there forever, because that's my channel. So if you want to follow me on YouTube, I don't even need to give you the link. Just go over there and find Linda Hales. All right. And start, subscribe and follow me over there. And if you want to be a movement leader, if you want to turn your brand from what you do into movement, then send me a message after this live stream is over. Send me a message. It's going to be me in my inbox messaging you. And we don't have to go back and forth. It's $2,000. If you want to join, we just started today. You will get the replays for that. And there's also bonus content where I've been breaking down marketing campaigns of amazing people in the pop culture world, so that you can start understanding psychology and how you make people feel with your visuals and your brand. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Have a great rest of your